Hello, it's Mid-Atlantic weather, and I have some interesting weather coming up, so I thought I'd definitely want to share with you all on this December 29th of 2016 as we wrap up the year. Just thought I'd go into the weather and then some speculation in the long run. So I'll quickly go over what's been happening and what's going to happen over the next couple of days. Right now what we have is a front that has come through, and so some rain happened this morning. Even some sleet, freezing rain happened overnight in some of the northern counties, but it really didn't amount to too much down here. Oh, no, too, what happened, this storm is coming in much warmer than originally thought for people up in New England, so there's a chance for a lot more snow up here than ultimately will happen. Now, interior sections of New England, they are going to get a good amount of snow, maybe 12, 14 inches, and then we've got the lake effect that's about to kick in as a pretty cold area of high pressure comes in. Nothing like what we have already seen this year, but coming through. So rain's kind of clearing out, although some pretty heavy thunderstorms kicked off down here in North Carolina. I think they're just about to get to the coast or about to clear it as of this morning. And then what's going to happen in the mountains is the rain's going to change over to snow, and as a nor'easter, well, not a nor'easter, but let's just say a strong low pressure gets going off here in the northeast, you're going to see cold winds come down on the west side and mountain snows. Heavy enough in the West Virginia mountains even to become winter storm warnings for 3 to 5 to 6, 7, 8, 9 inches of snow. They need it. We've had some big gaps here in the snow department. So we see this the next day. Here's the snow coming in, strong low pressure system up here. See this over the coast, so along the coast there actually even rain, but or it's actually stopping because it's getting into dry slot. But anyway, this is supposed to be quick here. And then what we see is on Friday, this is actually showing for Saturday. You can see there is actually some lobes of snow here coming into the northeast. Something to watch. I don't really suspect there to be too much here. But there's some return flow, and because of the return flow, we're seeing some rain, snow, and some snow kind of happening in this area. A little bit interesting, something to watch here. In fact, snow's actually coming all the way down here. It's because the low is departing, and it's bringing some colder air along the coast. So we'll see what happens. Now, this is kind of a foretell of what's happening on Sunday afternoon and night as this front comes in and yet causes more rain for us. I think it's good to show just how that rain's working out. So here's the stuff departing today. You see how the moisture to the north quite a bit. That's why they're expecting so much snow up here in New Hampshire. Maybe 1-2 feet, even more in certain places. So a lot of snow happening over the weekend up here. So that's a pretty big deal. This is the 3-day total. Here's the 5-day total. This is actually getting into our Monday time frame when some rain will come into the area. Gets a half an inch or more of rain along the east coast, so you see the combination of both. It's giving some pretty big rains down here, and here's even big rains down in the south as moisture's coming out of the Gulf. And the total for over the next 7 days, it's pretty good, because next Wednesday we're going to get some more rain, it looks like. Yeah, speaking of which, let me give you the 3 to 7 day forecast here. So what we see is on day 3, here's that front's come through, the big low in New England. And so we get this front coming through to give us colder air. Day 4, it sinks further south. We get a little bit of cold air damming. So it's cold air coming down the eastern part of the mountains, keeping us cool. And it could set up some interesting stuff Sunday night. It's going to be kind of hard to watch to track that exactly. As of now, it looks too warm, but maybe some frozen pockets out there. This thing comes north as a big low kind of develops here in the upper Great Lakes area. Warm front coming north is going to give us onto the warm side. It will be mild until about Wednesday of next week, and then this cold comes through. And you can see this triple, there's a lot of high pressure coming out of Canada here. This cold air draining and spilling into the entire country. It'll take a little bit of time to get here, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week, we're going to see that come in. Day 7, the cold air has gone all the way down. So cold air has now influenced or infiltrated the entire country. This could set up some interesting scenarios in the long run, and we'll talk about that speculation in just one moment. So here you go. You can see the cold air coming in, as I mentioned, makes it out west first and then spills east. So we're still dealing with above normal temperatures through next Wednesday, thus keeping our 6 to 10 day outlook kind of on the above normal side. Don't worry, the cold's coming, and by next weekend it will be here. I'm not sure if it will come after Wednesday exactly or by Thursday, Friday, but it's coming, and we should get nice and chilly, coming around that time period. And so this is showing it moving towards normal, and trust me, it will get cooler. And even more confirmation of that cold air coming east. We're now below normal temperatures. This time of year that starts to get pretty cold. I mean, we're talking 30s, for highs. That's pretty chilly. And only Florida can bask in the sun here of the warmth. Not a surprise. But this is an 8 to 14 day period. What I didn't show is the precipitation in both of these shows above normal. So below normal temperatures, above normal precipitation. We got to watch something going on by next weekend. And this was last night's run. This morning it's actually backed off on this a little bit, but you can see some snow coming over Virginia, and this is next around the 7th, so Saturday the 7th. Again, it's far out. Now, what's happening is there's so much cold air dominating the entire country that we're seeing southern tracks of storms, and right now they're pretty far south. Hey, it's not a surprise. It wouldn't surprise me at all if we get a southern slider, is what we call them, where you get a positively tilted trough. Positive tilted just means it's progressive. It's not going to sharpen up the jet stream and bring it north. As of now, it looks like this is getting more and more sheared out, at least on the GFS model. That is the American model. So this is Speculationville. I mean, around the 7th has been a strong signal for a potential storm. Also, a little bit later than this, around the 11th, also shows signals. So these are speculatory. What I'm not speculating on is that cold air is going to dominate the country starting in about the 7 to 8 day time period here. And, we're going to see things go from above normal to below normal temperatures. And that's what you need first element for the snow. So we'll see what happens. The 7th is my first marker for potential snow. But don't be surprised if it goes south of us and hits, south of us. Depends on where you are. Southern Mid-Atlantic is what I mean. South of me because I live in Northern Virginia. But let's say Southern Mid-Atlantic as it goes into North Carolina and southeastern Virginia. But we'll see if it comes north or not. All storms this year have trended north, but we don't have this type of weather system or this type of weather features across the entire country in a long while. So that's what I'm seeing here. Bit long-winded for 7 minutes, but that was kind of my outlook and my speculation in the long term. Definitely like my Twitter account at Twitter is Mid-Atlantic Weather, or Mid-Atlantic WX. So check me out on Twitter, and also Mid-Atlantic Weather on Facebook, and I'll post those links in my feed. Thanks.